I'd like to call to order the reorganization or the organizational meeting of the Greenfield City Council at 14 Court Square in Greenfield on January 2nd, 2020 at 6:04. This meeting is being recorded, videotaped, and broadcast. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time.
Yeah, she signed.
Right. So we have two members recording tonight.
Okay. And they are Melina from the recorder and Chris Collins from
Radio station.
Thank you. Wasn't sure if it was still.
Roll call of members.
Councillor Jarvis.
Present.
Councillor Gwynn.
Present.
Councillor Disorder.
Here.
Councillor Bottomley.
Here.
Councillor Dolan.
Here.
Councillor Gilmore.
Here.
Councillor Wheeler.
Here.
Councillor Mayo.
Here.
Councillor Hirschfeld.
Here.
Councillor Elmer.
Here.
Councillor Forgy.
Here.
Councillor Ricketts.
Here.
Councillor Stemple.
Present.
There is a quorum.
I ask someone to make a motion to waive the rules of procedure.
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Seeing none, we'll waive the rules of procedure. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for the first of our nominations for the board of the council. As Kathy indicated earlier, we'll elect the president first. Once the president has been elected, I will turn the meeting over to the president, who will then proceed to the rest of the agenda for the evening. At this time, I'd like to open the nominations for president of the city council. Councilor Disorder.
I'd like to nominate Penny Ricketts for city council.
Second.
That's motion's been made and seconded. Councilor Dolan.
I think she accepts.
I don't know. I wasn't sure if Kathy, do we want to accept at this point or when you want nominee statements? How do you want to do it?
So I see no reason that she couldn't accept, or a nominee couldn't accept or reject at the time of nomination.
Okay, I accept. Thank you. Thank you.
Councilor Ricketts accepts the nomination. Councilor Dolan.
I would like to nominate Councilor Stemple.
We have a motion to nominate Councilor Stemple, and we have a second. We have a second. Councilor Stemple, would you like to accept the nomination?
I accept. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for president of the council at this time? Seeing none, I will ask in order of the nominations for a statement, and we'll start with Councilor Ricketts.
Okay, first of all, I just want to thank you, Councilor Disorder. I just want to say that I have been working on this nomination for 1 year. I have been attending all the meetings that I could. I think I've only missed 2 in the last year. I went through lots of OT, PT, and speech to get where I am today. And I knew last year that if it wasn't going to go well, or if my health was an issue, that I would step down. I respect counselors the last couple of years who did step down when things became in the way in their life. And it was wonderful that I didn't have to do that. I really worked hard on this. I have wanted this presidency, like I said, for the last year. My intention was always to be the president next. I worked hard with my job. I am back to work, which was a big milestone also. And I know that being president, there's things that go on, like today's really wonderful ceremony that I was able to get out for. And I know another duty as president is to meet with the mayor, the superintendent, and the school committee president each month. And so I have worked out a schedule that will allow me to be able to get out of work and to attend events that happen during the day and important meetings, and to carve out time to be with the town clerk's office as much as possible. So I really thank many people in the council who, as tonight, I walk to the meetings and people make sure that I get home, and I appreciate that, especially at 11 o'clock meetings. If anything has ever taxed my health, it was when our meetings were at 11:30 at night, which I don't think are for anyone, stroke or no stroke. That makes no sense. So I want to say that I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling healthy. This was a long year's work to get to this moment. It was a goal, and it's here tonight. And I ask each and every one of you to please vote for me, and I would love to bring you into 2020 with all of my skills that I have and everything that I have done in this city for the last 15 to 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Ricketts. Councilor Stumple, would you like to give a statement?
Sure, thank you. I just want to say it's an honor to even be nominated with my colleague, my friend, Councilor Ricketts. And so thank you for this nomination. I do have a statement I'd like to read. So outlined in the charter, the role of the council president is to preside at all meetings of the council, to regulate its proceedings, and decide all questions of order. They appoint all members of all committees of the town council, whether special or standing, and perform other duties as necessary. To summarize, it's this person's responsibility to facilitate the business of the council and to do what's in the best interest of our community. My intention for being considered for president lies here. I'm confident that I have the skills, experience, and disposition to lead the council effectively in a way that allows us to all function at a higher level together. I'd like to highlight a few of my qualifications and relevant experience. In 2017 and 2018, I chaired Ways and Means during times that we can all laugh at, times that maybe look back on as challenging budget seasons for the council. It's funny to me now, it wasn't funny to me then. During that time, I established a budget hearing process that gave all departments, including our charter and tech schools, the opportunity to speak to their budget if desired and organize the meetings in such a way that grouped the departments with similar missions together, allowing the committee, Ways and Means, to hear budgets as part of a larger whole, seeing the vision of the community versus just the individual pieces that make up their page on the budget book. This process still stands today. And I do think that Councilor Wheeler has even made improvements upon it. In partnership with Mayor Martin, I encourage department heads to consider the master plan when drafting their budgets, ensuring that we're making strategic investments in our future as well as keeping the lights on. It's important to do both. In 2019, I chaired the Economic Development Committee, elevating that committee to a working group to address the city's reputation with the business community head on. I facilitated a panel consisting of business, city, and community leaders that resulted in the Greenfield Business Survey and the beginnings of a review process for city boards and commissions, the latter being an effort spearheaded by Councilor Dolan. And lastly, as a communications professional, I see an opportunity to continue to apply my expertise to not only effectively facilitate meetings of the council, but facilitate the flow of information and communications to our board, municipal departments, and the community at large so that we can all perform at our highest standard of leadership. Communication is at the core of just about everything we do. Effective communication builds trust, trust enables collaboration, and collaboration ensures success. This is the first year the council moved to digital agendas and supporting materials. I look forward to partnering with the clerk's office to help develop a process for collecting, organizing, and disseminating information via the council drive. I currently facilitate monthly virtual meetings for a team of 50 people, so this is an area where I'm comfortable already. I'd look forward to implementing simple templates and guidelines for counselors to submit proposals or other requests. This will both promote access and consistency in this process. I, as a new counselor, was super intimidated by submitting any proposal because I just didn't know what I was doing and I was too afraid to ask. Creating a template will enable new and old counselors alike access to this process, which is a big duty of what we do every day. And I implement quarterly one-to-ones with each member of the council, really facilitating what I think is collaboration, helping us to understand what's important. And so I understand what's important to you and your constituents, where I can support and identify areas where we can integrate meaningful work to keep us really motivated in moving forward. And lastly, I'd work with committee chairs and the clerk's office to set suggested times, facilitating discussions and finding other ways to improve our monthly meeting, ensuring fairness and allowing us to move to a vote sooner. really lengthy, but I wanted to make sure my experience was out there. And so basically, my vision for a president in this role is to lead from the back, ensuring that each member of the council has an understanding of our common objectives, and also making sure that we have the tools and information we need so that the president doesn't lead, but we're all able to lead. We're all able to make the decisions that we need to make, and we can do what's best for our community. It'd be my honor to serve as your council president this year, and I humbly ask for your support. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Stemple. At this time, by show of hand, I will ask in order of the nominations, all those in favor of having Councilor Ricketts be the council president. All those in favor of Councilor Stemple being council president.
Majority vote, Councilor Stemple.
Councilor Stemple, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you as the council president for this year.
Thank you. This isn't an easy one for me to accept. I thank everybody for their support. I don't like winning something next to my colleague, but I'm honored and I really do think that I can do the work, and I'm excited to do the work, and my intention is just that. And so I thank you all for your support. And I hope that we can move together as a council and get a lot of work done. So that being said, we have more nominations to do. And Councilor Gwynn, you did such an excellent job, so thank you. So next we're moving on to our nomination of council president. Do I hear any nominations for that role? Vice President.
Council
sorry.
President.
Do I hear any nominations of Council Vice President? Councilor Dolan.
I'd like to nominate Councilor Wheeler for Vice President.
Councilor Wheeler, do you accept?
I accept.
We need a second.
Second.
Oh, sorry, second?
Second.
Thank you. Any further nominations? Seeing none? Congratulations, Vice President, Councilor Wheeler. Yes,
You can make a statement, then you need to.
of course, yep.
It's almost like
Thank you, Madam President. It's an honor to be considered. Like so many of us, it was not my intention to run for council. I had to be asked and asked again and again. But once I got here, something about it felt right. They say you should have something in your life that's both beautiful and necessary. And for me right now, serving on council is necessary. It ties in with my purpose somehow. I don't know why, but it seems to. It asks a lot of me, and for that I'm grateful. And I'm willing and able, I think, to do more. I'm currently the chair of Ways and Means, the chair of the Capital Improvement Committee, the founder and president of the Downtown Greenfield Neighborhood Association, and a member of multiple boards. I have the time, experience, and skills necessary to support the president in doing the work to lead this council forward. I would hope to work diligently for the good of the council and the city, and I thank you for considering me.
Thank you, Councilor Wheeler. Now we will move to a vote. All those in favor of nominating Councilor Wheeler as our next Vice President of Council? Those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Seeing none, now it's official. Congratulations, Vice President Wheeler. And next we'll move on to our nomination of Council Treasurer. Councilor Ricketts.
Nominate Jenny DeSouza.
Second.
Would you like to accept?
Yes, I'll accept.
Great. Do I have any other nominations for council treasurer?
I'm hoping it's a large budget. I did not prepare a speech because I wasn't expecting that, but thank you.
And we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations,
Thank you.
treasurer Destroyer. At this time, I'd like to move to old business of the council. New business of the council.
Just wanted to remind the new counselors to stay after the meeting for the dissemination of the Chromebooks.
Is there anything else? Councilor Skip,
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
so moved. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? Meeting's adjourned at 6:20 p.m.